The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer.
Fuck that guy.
And DJ Jerkman.
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
Only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
Oh man, hold on, wait a minute. This is some bullshit.
They're canceling the fucking show?
Yeah, they're planning on dropping us after 7 years.
That's bullshit. You still got people that listen and like the show.
Look, guys, you had a good 7-year run. What more do you want from us?
You're like a goddamn Oreo cookie. You taste like shit but swathed in the center.
Look at it. God damn it. Our hands are tied, okay? Yeah, you're goddamn right. Your hands are tied. Jerkin, pass me the duct tape. Motherfucker. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Tape them together. Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what? I think I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Tie it a little tighter. Tighter.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motors. Hellfire, I think somebody lit a cigarette. Nope, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9. STIM Radio fan, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call a real show. They tough as hell with a hard edge like a steel toe. They campaign like a bass said. So if you mad at them, call in, fuck some hate mail. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that irks me.
Alright, you sons of fucking bitches. Welcome to the shit that fucking cocksucking irks me.
And only you.
Only me. It's only shit that pisses me the fuck off.
Nobody else.
And we got Cruise Control coming on at 7:30 because, he's getting done with his work and then he's going to jump on with us.
That's so sweet of him.
Isn't that so Spartan of him, man?
I miss him a lot.
Don't you?
Yes.
He'll be glad to hear that.
I'm sure he won't.
Will be so. Oh, you know what? I wonder if his nephew's going to jump on.
His nephew?
Yeah, I just forgot about his nephews are down visiting him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Out in Duckerboodleville.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that until
maybe
just
they will.
Now. Yeah, maybe they'll jump on. Who knows?
There is always that possibility.
Anyway, oh, fuck, I forgot to tell you who I was.
Nobody knows.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm G.J. Whoops, got tic-tac caught. Jerkman.
Jerkman is my name, bitch.
Caught in my. Do you ever get something that just goes right underneath your tongue?
Oh, yeah. I've had shit where you try to catch it, and you're like, all right, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, damn.
What are you doing?
Tic-tac, damn fucking thing.
Well, I had something to tell you, but it sounds like you got something to tell me, and the suspense is fucking with me, so.
It's not much of a suspenseful thing. I just, okay. I've been getting invited to all these damn things that have been going on with the celebs and all this other bullshit.
Right.
Well, not bullshit, but,
because you're
things.
DJ Dorito.
Yeah, I'm DJ Dorito. Yeah.
You getting, you know what? That's going to be your new name for your big Hollywood ass.
What the hell it is.
We're going to be like, DJ Dorito, man, you live in large.
Yeah, DJ Dorito. Fuck you.
Yeah. Anyway, all right.
All right, so what day was it? Sunday. I think it was Sunday. As a matter of fact, which was yesterday. That
was yesterday, yes.
Yeah. I got an invite to go to, because Sancho is having his birthday party, but we didn't know when they were going to do it because his actual birthday is on Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So, it's kind of, you can't throw a fucking birthday party for somebody on Christmas Day.
I don't even know who Sancho is.
Oh, Sancho Van Ryan. He's actually one of the Viva Vegas guys.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyhow, I'm invited to his party down at the Bellagio at, I think it's called Heidi in the Bellagio.
Okay.
And so the last second, they're like, hey, we're going to do the party on Tuesday. We want you there. I'm like, oh, fuck. This is Sunday. I'm not even ready for this. I've got the thing to do on the 17th again. We've got the social media lights out there at the Red Rock. I'm thinking, fuck. And then, I'm like, okay. And I knew it was going to be late. 10:30 is when it starts. Probably won't be rolling out of there till 4 or 5 in the fucking morning again.
And hopefully they're paying you, man.
Why are they paying me?
They better be, shit.
Why would they be paying me to go to a birthday party?
Because, man, you're fucking DJ Dorito, man.
Fuck you. I'll give you DJ Dorito.
Man, making your
I'm not going and working.
You're just going, doing.
Yeah, I'm just invited to the party to go.
Wow.
They want me there. So I was like, okay. So I said, yeah, I'll go. And I thought, son of a bitch. Now here I am again. I'm going to be going to another goddamn fucking party. Nobody with me. You know, I'm sick of this bullshit. You know, it's about time this bullshit changes. So I happened to be talking to somebody at the time on Facebook, and we were talking about some stuff. And I said, hey, would you be interested in going? And they're like, hell yes.
You want me to guess who it is?
Roundabout way. Now you get to guess who it is. I actually now today I was because you know it's been a trend for me to actually, you know, get a date like sort of ready to go, and at the last second it just smash crash.
Right. All of a sudden they can't go or something.
And so I end up going and getting drunk like I did that one night of my awards, and that picture I looked like hell, and you could see I was rocked. But
well, let me see. Based on who you've been talking to lately.
Oh wow, you know, don't base it on that. I talk to a lot of people. So
Okay.
don't base it just solely on that.
Okay, because I was actually gonna say the obvious. I was gonna say Humvee.
Wow, you're good.
Is it Humvee?
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna go with you.
Yeah, me and her are gonna go out tomorrow night.
See, I know my shit. I know what's going on, man.
But see, you're basing it on. I should have phrased it differently or did something to fucking
Not
throw
really.
you off.
I mean, well, because you said you're talking to some girl you've been talking to or somebody you know, but I know you don't jump around too much, man, when it comes to that.
No, I don't. I'm not a jumper. I'm not a, you know. I mean, you know, certain things in life I want to change. Whatever. I'm not going to talk about that. But anyhow, so yeah, we're going to head out tomorrow night and have a good time.
Cool, man. So
the only thing is that you know, she's kind of like a little bit taller than me,
right?
And she's going to be wearing heels.
Oh shit.
So
she's gonna have heels on her tires, huh?
Yeah, she's gonna have heels on her tires. So she went out and got an outfit today for this, and
damn,
she said she got some nice, you know, some nice clothes and stuff to wear. So
I'm assuming. So are you meeting her? You're meeting her there? Or
she's coming here to the station tomorrow night, and then we're gonna leave from here because I've got I got a show to do.
Gotcha.
Until the last minute, and then we're going to. She'll come here. We're gonna hang out a little bit, leave from here, head to the Bellagio, and.
Hey, who's doing a show at my time, man?
Oh, I'm going to.
Oh, you're going to do the show? This show?
Yeah, I'm going to do your show for you.
Really?
Yeah, I decided to do it for you.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to pretend I'm you.
All right.
I'm going to sit on that side. I've even hooked the whole system up so I can control it from that side, which is not that hard to do.
Really?
Yeah, I'm shaving my head.
now that I don't believe. But
no, it's she's coming around 8:30.
Okay, so you're gonna meet her here.
Yeah, we're gonna meet here, hang out a little bit, and then finish off some stuff I got to do here, and then from there we're gonna head down to the Bellagio.
Damn, that sounds like that's actually pretty cool.
Well, here was the thing, because today I was like, okay, she said yes, and she said it right away. I thought, okay, where's the downfall here? Yeah. And I thought, you know something. I'm not going to keep that attitude anymore. I said, I'm changing this shit.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm not going to let that affect me. And she did say yes. But then today, dun, 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 I talked to her. And because she was going to come in tonight and come on the show.
All right.
But I'm guessing because, not 2 nights in a row. So she decided we'll do that one tomorrow pretty much.
Okay.
And so, but then she got on earlier, and I said something to her, and I forget what we were talking about, but and she goes, oh, I asked her about it. I said, I'm guessing you probably won't be making it to the show tonight, and she's like, no, I had some stuff come up, and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh shit. I thought, okay, so I threw it in there. I said, well, hope things are okay, and do you think you're still going to make it for tomorrow night?
Just to make sure, right?
Yeah, because you know me,
right?
And she goes, I'll have to let you know. I was like, okay, here we go.
Uh-oh.
I was like, duh, here we go. But then she just texted me back a little bit ago. She goes, no, I'm definitely going to be there.
Oh, good.
I was like, all right, cool.
Okay, man. But yeah, for a second, I was like, wait a minute.
She actually went out and bought a new outfit and everything to go. So, and she's wearing her sparkly heels that I was going to borrow to be taller than her, but now she's wearing them, so I can't.
Damn, that's pretty crazy.
I got to get some Frankenstein shoes or something.
Well, I had a little thing that happened to my own. Kind of strange. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get to finish the other part.
Oh, sorry.
Here's the weird part.
Okay.
I thought you told her how old I was.
No, I didn't.
Oh. Because we were talking, and I was not so sure on her age, because I thought you said 30 or something like that.
29 or 30, I think.
30, yeah, you said something like
Somewhere
that.
around there.
And I said, by the way, how old are you? And she goes, guess. And before I got a chance to even guess, she wrote it down. She's 28.
Oh, okay.
So then she goes, how old are you? I was like, uh-oh. You're 28? Uh-oh. I put down 46. She goes, no way, really? Or something like that. And she goes, I would have guessed like late 30s. It's like, woohoo, I feel good now.
Damn, she's just trying to make you feel good.
She's trying to make me feel good. And I appreciate that. That's great.
She's in the late 30s. Well, probably because you hang around with me. You know.
Oh,
you know, I'm in my late 30s.
So I'm young by association.
Yeah, that's how it is. Well, you know, most people, people are like that though. They don't hang out with anybody but people in their age group.
Right.
You notice that?
That is true. Most people don't.
You know, I'm a rare exception. I have friends all over. You know,
right?
I got older friends and younger friends and
older friends.
Yeah, that kind of shit. You know,
Just
friends
people.
that sound like they're older when they're really not.
You got peeps.
I got peeps, dog.
Yeah, friends that sound like they're older. Fuck you. I knew where you were going with that.
Yeah, you know exactly where I was going with that.
So what's yours?
Here was mine. Now this is pretty wild. So I get home. By the way, I went to this Carpenters tribute band thing last night.
Carpenters tribute band.
Yeah, you know the band The Carpenters?
Yeah.
And they do a thing at the Suncoast. And it was kind of a Christmas, family thing. But it was interesting to hear the different, history on the Carpenters and, some of the shit, how they made the songs and whatever. Anyway, that's not the big part of it. So went to that. That was good. I went with Sluggo and his family, actually, because they were in town.
Wow, you've been hanging out with Sluggo quite a bit.
I have, man. He's starting to come out of the
he dumped the
grave,
the tub shitter, and
after that, it's like you want to encourage, and like I said, he seems to be kind of coming out. I mean, he still kind of has some Sluggoisms, but
well, it hasn't been that long. I mean, you get kind of in that rut.
Yeah, you're stuck in a mindset, and
right.
Well, he had some of those when he was my roommate before they even started dating. It was just something that he did. But anyway, he had asked me if I wanted to go to or actually he had mentioned it in passing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, fuck, you're going to that? I was like, I wouldn't mind checking that out, actually. And he's like, really? You wouldn't mind? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. You know me, man. I'm into all kinds of. His dad couldn't believe it. He was like, you like the Carpenters? I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm into all kinds of shit, man. That's just the type of guy I am.
Well, I don't think the Carpenters ever sang anything about, slicing a girl's throat and fucking her down her neck. And
hey, it didn't matter. I still like their music. The contrast is there. Anyway, that's not the big news. So here it was. I come home. And first thing I do is let me just throw this out. Okay, now you remember on Experience Project, Tootsie Toes had posted, this is a few weeks ago, but she said something.
Oh, no, you were contacted by Tootsie Toes.
I would know I was not, actually.
Really?
No, what happened was she posted on there something about, for everybody who's been trying to send me a private message, I'm sorry, but I can only answer the most recent ones because it won't let me open the older messages, which is true. I'm actually having the same problem on there. And I actually wrote them and asked them what the fuck is going on.
So you resent her one.
And no, I didn't resend it. Well, what happened was I responded to her post on her little whiteboard thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, they told me, I've been having the same problem. And they told me that try Google Chrome, not Internet Explorer, because there's a glitch with the update that they
it's
released.
a fuck date.
It is a fuck date. And basically it doesn't play nice with, that feature on the site of opening messages. So anyway, I go on there, and I don't know what made me check, and she had been on, and I was like, oh, okay, but she hadn't responded to anything, that I did my thing that I wrote.
Right.
So I was like, fuck, more of this shit again. So then I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go to my Facebook, and I got a message there. Guess who responds to me on Facebook? Remember the girl I told you about that I had the text message war with on Thursday night?
Yes.
She wrote me.
She's sniffing behind your ass there now, is she?
And she said, hey, listen, she said, I don't, how did she put it? The way she worded it. She said, I don't like being an asshole, and, I kind of like being a good person if I can try to be, and, whatever. Anyway, she went on to say she was having a lot of other issues, which I didn't know about, just over the past couple months and other things that were happening with her. And
so you may have jumped the gun a little
prematurely. Yeah, I think so. So she said, I hope that she goes, if you want to write me off as a jerk, that's fine. But she was like, but I was messing with my conscience, and I'm sorry for the way I talked to you the other night. You know, you were nothing but kind to me, and I shouldn't have talked to you that way. And I was like,
wow.
Okay. Well, at this point, I need to respond. So I wrote her back, and I said, hey, look, you know, I said, sorry about I told her I've been having some shit, too, and I did kind of explain the Tootsie Toes situation.
Tootsie Toes.
And I said, you know, that was what's been going on with me. And I said, so I guess when you wrote me, all the anger from that kind of just blew up. And, you know, I said, I'm not making an excuse either, you know, but it's just the way things were. And it sucks. And I'd like to get over this. And, you know, can we talk sometime and whatever. Anyway, long story short.
Is she still in town or she took off?
No, she's still in town. She'll be here till sometime in January, I guess.
Oh.
So anyway, we've been trying to coordinate here. We've been texting today. And we were supposed to talk, and I was going to call her about 3, but she had something she had to do. So, and she insisted on me calling her at home, you know, because she doesn't like the way she doesn't like to talk on cell phones. She doesn't like the way it sounds. She prefers to text with them.
Okay.
So anyway, but matter of fact, she texted me earlier and said, you know, I'm in the tub right now. Can we, you know, do you want to talk later?
A tub call.
Yeah, tub text.
So it wasn't. Was she in the tub with Mac Metro?
They were both in the tub together.
Rub-a-dub-dub, Mac in the tub.
But yeah, she. So anyway, it was just kind of funny. It was like sort of telltale for me, you know, where, you know, the person that here it was, I'm all over and chasing all around,
right?
You know, doesn't give a fuck, and yet the one that, you know, I thought kind of didn't give a shit, and you know, I really didn't give a fuck about, is the one again chasing me around. You know, and because she did make several attempts to communicate with me. And it's like, whoa, okay. So, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where you kind of have to, I don't know, like, just, well, fuck. It made me think about stuff a little bit, I guess. Let's put it that way.
You?
Yeah, made me.
You actually, wow.
Yeah, made me think about stuff. Well, you know, here's the thing. And, you know, it's like, fuck, you know, you don't want to be one of these, obviously, the guy who settles for the first person that shows him interest, right. You know. But at the same time, you know, at least check the situation out, you know, and see what's going on. And I don't know, man, I've just kind of realized, you know, use love as a motivator. You know, even if later you got to use it as a weapon, you know, at least, you know.
Use it as a weapon.
Well, you know, in the sense, not a weapon like in a bad way, but like, you know, if somebody... use it to better yourself, I guess is what I'm saying. So if you're really juiced on somebody and they're not into you, fuck it, man. You use that to motivate yourself. Does that make any sense?
Yeah,
it
does.
Like, okay, for instance, I don't know if you know, but there's a song on the CD I gave you that I did on my B6 CD. It's a love song. It's called Straight from the Heart. Well, I actually made this about a chick that, well, when I first started, volunteering where I work now, she worked there, and I was really into her. And though we never got together, and now looking back, but at the time I was way into her. You know, I even wrote a rap about her. I mean, obviously that's pretty major.
Look at you go.
Yeah, so
serenading her like that.
For me to write raps about somebody and all that type of shit.
It must have been heartfelt. Did your rap have, like, you know, splitting her head wide open and fucking her in the back and shit?
No, nothing like that.
So it wasn't horrorcore?
No, it was no horrorcore. No, but no, it's actually on that CD that you have. It's called Straight from the Heart. I think it's like track 5 or something like that. And so anyway, but I guess the whole thing was, you know, yeah, we never hooked up. We never got together, you know. But at the same time, you know, it got me my job that I have now. You know, it led to that. And led to a lot of good shit. So I guess what I'm saying, man, is, you know, just because you don't always hook up with that person, you know, use it as, hey, you know, to build yourself up. You know, even if later that person does come back and you want to say fuck you, you know, at least you have a platform to say fuck you from, because.
Well, why do you have to say fuck you to them?
Well, I mean, if
maybe it just didn't happen that way it should, or maybe it did happen the way it should, you know?
Oh, yeah, well, that's it. And that's a good point. Because looking back with that chick, you know, the one I just told you about from work,
right?
You know, that would have been a fucking train wreck. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have worked. It would have been, not.
But she helped motivate you at the time. That
right, and that's what I'm saying. So that's it. You know, it kind of built me up, and so I have to use it like that.
Yeah.
So
I think we all get those. You know, just because we want somebody doesn't mean we're meant to have that person.
Right. Right.
So you use that as, you know.
But use it to motivate you. Don't use it to break
I
you
have.
down.
I mean, if you haven't noticed, I have actually done that.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully you keep, you know, and even with the Tootsie Toes thing, you know, I'm trying to get out more. I'm trying to do more stuff, and you know, so it is
motivating. Put there for you for that reason.
Yeah. So maybe it's something to get you going. So I guess that's the thing. And rather than sitting around, because you know, for a while, man, I was real mopey about it. And,
oh no, nobody noticed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody saw that at all.
Now here comes my fuck you. But yeah, man, use that shit as a stepping stone, you know, to get to you know, to motivate you, to push you further. I don't know. That's kind of, I'm changing my outlook on that kind of stuff.
So am I. I mean, you know, like I said, there's, you know, for me, I've always went with feelings I've had. Like if I've seen somebody and they just threw me for a wing-ding-a-lulu or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
I would, obviously, usually it was mutual. You know, you could feel that mutual part of it. Last time here, I'm not sure it was really mutual, but I mean, besides friend thing, you know, and stuff like that. But you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And,
stuff like that. I got
stuff like that. Yeah. And so, but I'm doing it differently because maybe just because someone you're really into doesn't mean that you're meant to have them or you're supposed to.
Right.
You know, it doesn't mean they really want you either. You know,
Right.
Nothing on their end.
Well, I guess enjoy the crush too is what I'm saying. You know, don't be like,
I don't
fuck
really
that
like
bitch.
I don't
you
really
know?
like to consider it a crush because I'm not a crush kind of guy. I think for me it was more of a motivational attraction. That's what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
A motivational attraction.
All right, that's a good name for it. But I do get those crushes, man, and you know, yeah.
I don't get crushes.
Really?
Yeah, I've never. It's like people say, "Oh, I've seen this star or this starlet," and I just want. I've never had those. It just never. I've either liked somebody, or I didn't, and it was just kind of that way. So I don't really if it's a crush or not. I don't really know.
Maybe your definition of a crush is different than mine.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, for me, I think a crush is when you're like totally into that person and you're like, damn, you could like see you guys together, and you know,
okay, well then maybe that's a crush.
In your mind, it's 100%, but it's got to run its course.
I never thought 100%. I mean, I knew better than that. But.
Oh well, shit. In my mind, it can get that way, man. It can be like, oh
well,
yeah.
I mean, you can start to, you know, women aren't the only ones that sit back and fantasize and think about things and think, wow, that'd be so cool if we were doing this or we were to get, you know, that kind of stuff. That just happens.
Because I'll do that.
Human nature.
I will do that. I'll be honest with you, man. I've done that before.
I've done it.
You know, you make up these scenarios in your mind of, oh man, and the first time I met her, it's gonna be so great, and you know, we're both gonna be happy, and you're just like, you know, where the fuck is this coming from? But I guess, yeah.
I was trying to think back with the one, the one I was, you know, the recent. I was thinking back, and I was thinking, when the hell did the switch happen?
I was gonna say, when did the engine start? Right?
Yeah, when the hell did my engine kick in like that? I mean, because like I said, I always thought she was a, you know, beautiful girl and everything.
Thought she was attractive, but never
Very
really
attractive. But I just didn't. There wasn't no. I don't know. I didn't look at it like that for some reason. There just was no. I mean,
well,
there was when I first saw her. I'll admit that. When I first saw her, I thought, whoa, fuck.
Right.
You know, I was like, damn, who the hell is she? You know,
Sure.
I come into the station, I had no fucking clue.
And here she is.
There she was sitting. I was like, fuck, damn. We got a hot chick in here tonight. About time. And,
damn.
And
what's that saying for? Well, we had Bunny Rabbit.
You know what I'm talking about. I mean, she just kind of like shocked me. I guess it was because of shock factor too. I didn't even know she was coming in.
Right.
I had no idea she was even going to be there.
I don't think that started it for you, though. I don't think.
No, it didn't, because I didn't look at it like that. I wasn't there. I wasn't looking at it like that at all. It wasn't kind of that. I don't know, for whatever reason. I don't know.
Just weren't.
But it wasn't. That's not me. I don't really just see somebody right off the bat and just like, okay, man, I'm gonna bang that whore.
You know what? Normally, I don't
bitch is
either.
mine or anything like that.
I don't usually either, but yeah, for some reason, this one fucking Floyd Mayweathered my ass, man. And like I said, it was strange because it's an online chick.
Right.
You know, she was younger. She was long distance. It was like three things that were such major strikes.
Right.
But yet, I just went ahead and threw caution to the wind and was like, fuck it, you know, because there was so much about her that I was digging that I just kind of, you know, let it all roll, man. Just let it do what it did, for whatever.
Well, and I kind of come back, and I think I know when.
For the person?
For that person, yeah. Thanks, almost, huh?
Yeah, almost.
It was there was a time that we were all sitting around, and it was back at the old station that we had said something, and I forget what it was, but we were talking about something, and then we ended up here. It was like a week later, and we talked about something, and it kind of like threw me a little bit. I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool, that she thinks that way and stuff like that. More for her, it's been more of a mind thing for me.
Right.
The attraction has been her mind. That's what it's been. I mean, it's been her intelligence, her quick wit, she would give me a big time run for my fucking money, and I knew it. I knew that.
I don't know, man. It seemed like it started later than that, though. Even.
It did, because it started actually here when I got to answer this call over here, Butt Nuts calling us.
Oh, he's calling it, yeah. Kind of.
So I'm just going to answer it on that side because the computer on this side's gone. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh.
So I've been trying to program it in while we're talking, and I couldn't get it running. So we have him on the other one, so he'll just hang on.
Okay, just let
And I remembered the one night that we were talking about something, and me and her held hands for a second.
Uh-huh.
And I forget what the conversation was about or whatever, but we held hands, and her hand felt really good, and I started sweating. So for me, it was like, oh, God, I'm kind of attracted to her. I didn't realize this.
Probably fought it for a while, huh?
Yeah, I probably just was not paying any attention to it. Man. It was probably one of those things that was just in my subconscious where I would watch things she said and did, but didn't register it. I just kind of left it off in my subconscious, and I was probably becoming attracted to her, and I didn't even realize it.
Right, and then, but there was a point later
when we touched hands, and we were holding hands for a second, and my hand doesn't get all sweaty unless I'm attracted or something. Then my hand will just like whoosh, instant inferno, and that kind of happened, and we let go of hands real quick, and I was like, son of a bitch. Huh. That felt really good, and then I started noticing more and more. I started thinking, wait a minute. I think I like her. I've been just telling myself, "Fuck you. You don't want, you don't want nobody. You don't blah blah blah."
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's probably where it kicked in, and it just escalated from there for me, obviously.
Yeah,
nobody else.
I think it really started. That was like the, that's kind of the simmering of the gas. But when the engine actually kicked over,
God,
was probably a few months later.
I actually started falling for her big time.
I know you were.
I was like, fuck, I got to get her out of my goddamn fucking mind.
I would guess November for that.
November?
I think it was sometime around November. Because I noticed it, like, in November.
No, it was before that. I didn't say or do anything. I just kind of played everything off. I just left it go. I didn't...
Yeah, I guess you didn't lead on anything. But, you kind of... I mean, there was shit I could kind of tell. I mean, it was pretty obvious.
It was ramping up a little bit for me, and I was trying to contain it the best I can, which is something, and I know people have told me you should not contain that sort of thing. But for me, it's something I have to do because I don't want people fucking, going whatever. I just, for me, it's better sometimes to contain things until I know where I stand and where they stand and stuff like that. Because if not, it's kind of like it's kind of pissing into the wind.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's pretty much what it is. You're not getting anything but piss back on you, so why bother?
Piss spraying back at you.
And I'm not saying the person pissed on me, and that's what I'm saying.
But you're gonna fuck yourself up if you do.
Well, yeah, and it's better sometimes to control your emotions and your feelings, and which is something I usually do very well. For the most part.
No,
unless you're talking about government.
I'm laughing about, some of the shit that I've done,
right.
in certain cases. So.
I mean, you got to admit, I do control my emotions very well at times.
Yeah, you seem to.
Except for this last time here, I'm going all fruity tooty fucking. I'm like, oh god damn it.
And on Facebook.
I know. I never do that on Facebook.
All right, nigga. Yeah, I noticed it in November, big time. Like right around the beginning of November. I think.
Well, I was just under the misunderstanding of certain things, and it was my own little mind playing my own little tricks, and usually I don't have that because I can control that, like I said, very well. But this time it just got the better of me.
It happens to the best of us.
So I've got to turn and switch that around. I want to be good friends with her still. I don't want to chase her away by being fruity tooty or anything. So just changing my way of thinking and way of doing things and keep it on friend level.
And
cool.
I wouldn't mind being that other person's friend, but
I was going to say you was going to.
Never
mind.
No. Oh. okay. Hey, aren't we supposed to go to a break?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do right now.
Oh, that's probably good.
Well, no, it wouldn't be, because cruise control's waiting. He's probably bitching over there.
Yeah, he probably is.
We just got to let him know that Ollie Barrett is. What the hell is wrong with this?
I don't know.
I loaded it in there. Oh, son of a bitch! They all went screwed up again. So you're gonna have to wait a second.
You're having issues there. Oh, you know why? Because you answered the call probably.
Yeah, it's probably screwed them all up.
Damn. Man.
I had them all in line and all ready to go, and now they're doing it. You know what the fucking fucker fuck does this shit do this for? So you know what? Here, we'll just do this, and I'll get us out of here.
All right, that works.
That works.
What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that, and guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do, so don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic light, you already know. Get him, Jay!
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and iTunes. Or just Google your boy Black Ice. That's Y-A-B-O-Y, Black Ice.
He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gag, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement. Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google cheesy leasy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hit on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance. Available for digital download only. Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass. With such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your front. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scans. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts if you
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like. 25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot. Classic throwbacks, life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer.
Fuck that guy.
And DJ Jerkman.
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
Only on STEM Radio.
Now, this shit really hurts me.
Oh, spread them cheeks!
I've been waiting for a week.
On the shit that fucking irks me.
I'm almost fell asleep. Edition.
AIDS attrition. Yes. Wow. Well, you know what? That was.
I'm Cruise Control, by the way.
Oh yes. And hey, Cruise Control. Welcome to the show, man.
Yes, that's me. We're back again. About let's see, 7. You knew I was gonna say something. I had to say something.
We were saying that. Yeah, we were saying he's gonna bitch. Listen to that.
I'm gonna bitch. I'm sitting here with my thumb up my ass. Just sit. Actually, no. I got to watch that video, and that is a very. We could talk about this for the whole hour. That is a very, very succinct and great article about that, about the MGTOW.
Oh yeah,
because I know I've read all. I mean, I'm read all this about this shit, you know, and I'm almost there myself. Like fuck it, I don't care. I'm at the point where it doesn't matter, which is it's a very liberating fucking feeling, not being beholden to fucking pussy.
Well, when
not actually have that rule your life.
When I watched that, I was like, wow. This is so fucking true. I mean, you just sit and watch that shit, and guy, it is really going on nowadays.
And you think because you can't, because everything you say is judged. Whatever you do as a guy is judged around a woman, and if you do something she doesn't like, she can get you fucking literally arrested.
Yeah. Well, that's
especially for college kids who are on these campuses. If he says something wrong, it's offensive. If he does something wrong, but what does she have to prove? What does she have to do to impress? Nothing but show her titties.
Yeah.
But that's horrible. But what does she actually have to do? What responsibility does a woman have to initiate and grow a relationship? Really. I'm talking really. I'm talking about in society, what are the responsibilities? Who takes the responsibility of asking the girl out, getting that courage up? Who takes responsibility of planning the date and paying for the date and doing all that? And if you don't, it might be okay sometimes, but if you don't, it's still looked on as taboo. Yet we can't say that there's inequality there.
Well, if you do, you could still be accused of something. You know what I'm saying? So,
regardless of what you do, you always have to prove yourself. And even in the relationship, it's all about usage. Like I said, it's utility. More and more men are realizing that all they have to offer to women are something of worth. In other words, they have to have some kind of useful value, not just for who they are, not just for being what they are, but having some fucking value. What can you do for me? Because you're a bad person, and that's another thing. You're a bad person instantly because you're a guy. Instantly a bad person. Instantly have something to prove. Instantly are morally inferior. Constantly being told that.
Well,
constantly.
You know, when Jerkman sent that to me originally, I thought, oh, okay, it's gonna be some video of a bunch of guys going, yeah, man, I just,
because
fuck these bitches.
You've been fed the bullshit of, and that you even read the comments.
Well, then I watched the video and I went, oh shit.
Now that explains everything I've been trying to tell you for the last fucking 5 years. Almost everything in that. That is how you don't realize how bad it is. But think about it. Who is a good role model for a man?
There aren't any.
There isn't any.
There aren't any at all.
Because fathers aren't really considered role models. Father's Day, half the time on Father's Day, what you read are articles about how to be a better father.
Yeah, that's about it.
You don't see it on Mother's Day. Mothers are wonderful. Mothers on Father's Day, it's like how to be a better dad. Get involved more. Wait, no, father, get involved more. How about you allow me to by not taking my fucking kids away from me?
And you are the father, so I guess that means that you are taking the role.
Yeah, that's
it's very pervasive. This is not that I've been telling you for a long time, Max and Jerkman.
Mm-hmm.
This is pervasive. This is breaking apart our fucking society.
Well, that's it. That's what's scary.
It's not small shit.
Yeah,
this is big shit. Huge shit. Like almost the most important shit going on right now. Because if we don't have a relationship between the sexes, and that might not matter soon. Hopefully, we have a way of just putting babies into fucking butt balloons and making babies. No, because at that point it becomes moot. No one gives a fuck anymore.
Right.
You want to have kids, or you want to fuck something. You go into a virtual world and it feels exactly the fucking same, except you turn it off afterwards and you go. Why do you think guys are doing that? Because they get more satisfaction about blowing up a fucking rig than having to worry every night whether they said the wrong thing to the girl they like because she might get mad at them.
Well, that's what the guy was saying. The guy, he said that. Remember, he said, people are either into playing games or, masturbating and watching porn and shit like that.
It's like fuck it. Even though, and this is something that I experience. I think more than you do, Max, because most people can realize in your situation that you can't see them across a room.
Right.
But they still expect me to fucking look at them and try to. They still expect, even when they know I'm visually impaired.
Yeah,
doesn't matter because they don't have to take responsibility. I mean, you don't have to. You don't want to.
No, you know what? See, with me, they have to engage me. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying?
They don't necessarily have to engage me, but they have to if they have an idea, why not? Why can't when you see it, when you know, because I know girls look at me and smile at me. I think I'm not a bad looking guy. I'm not the best looking guy in the world.
You just can't see them doing it.
But I can definitely see well enough to tell I'm not fucking butt ugly.
Right.
And I know, and I've seen the way girls walk by me and look at me. But I'm not going to make that assumption based upon my fucking vision.
Right.
I mean, I might have an idea, but I'm like, oh, take that fucking cue. Go for it, man. You grow a pair. That's nothing. Grow a pair. It's the same stereotypes of dudes, because it's like, I was a fat, dirty slob. Like, here's a comment. I want to read a comment to you.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I didn't read the comments, but I just watching the video was enough.
And this is the kind of comment that pisses me off, because it's like, this is from a dude. Men are lazy. Women are complicated. I'm almost 25-year-old man, and I have a long, loving girlfriend, and we have a wonderful son together. I was a fat, awkward, tall teen that liked video games, comic books, action movies, and shooting guns and fast cars. I didn't have a steady girlfriend until I was probably in my late teens, early 20s. Men today just need to grow a pair, and even then, they're supposed to be physiologically, or something like that. Whatever he's trying to say. And the point, men are lazy, women are complicated. No, men are fucking just as. Let me say this again. You can quote me on anything. Men are just as complicated as women.
Right.
Let's say it again. I know it's a horrible thing to say. Men are just as complicated as women. Men are lazy? I love men are lazy, yeah. Look at the buildings around you and see how many women built those. Men are lazy.
Actually,
and that's okay to say. You can say that kind of thing. Men are lazy. You say women are lazy. Oh my God, women are not lazy. They take care of the kids. They wash. It takes an hour to do the drying and washing of the clothes, and then we make the bed.
Well, you should see some of the comments. I was actually having a little debate. Jerkman shared that on my wall originally, and this one dude in particular and I were going back and forth. Did you see that, Jerkman?
No, I didn't see your.
It's on my Maxwell page.
There's been a lot going through on mine just because of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, what are some of the comments you're getting there?
Some of them were saying, finally, someone who explains my true thoughts on this. I have always suspected it to be a ploy by those in power to take and complete control over people and keeping the sexes at war with each other, destroying the institution of marriage, and men and women keeping them separated depending upon the government's assistance. Depending upon the government's assistance.
Well, they definitely got a hand in it.
Yeah, you know? It's bad, and people. And see, the thing is, they think we're just supposed to go along, grow a pair, and just go along, not say anything because we're guys. We can't express ourselves. We're not supposed to because we're not complicated. But then when we don't express ourselves, we're just insensitive assholes. But when we do, we need to grow a pair. When we don't, we need to be more sensitive.
That or you're weak. You're weak or something.
Yeah, we need to either be in touch with our feelings or we're weak and need to grow a pair.
He mentions the white knight in there too a lot. He makes a few mentions.
Oh yeah, because that's a big problem because guys are conditioned to always protect women constantly. That's always.
Actually, Jerkman, we were talking about that the other night.
What
about the white knight? Well, I mean, remember I was saying you're a little different. When when chicks are down here, and you said that's been your conditioning, and I'm just like,
ever since being a kid, that was my conditioning as being a child. You never hit a woman. You never cursed in front of a woman. You always treated them with respect. You opened up the doors. You always made sure they went first. Blah 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 blah.
And think about that idea. But constantly throughout our lives, it's always been men have all the power. Men have all this. Men have all of that. But don't do this in front of a woman. Don't do that in front of a woman. Don't do this in front of a woman. Walk in front of a woman. Open a door. Pay for the meal. Pay for the ring. Pay for the first date. Walk up to her and talk. Blah 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 blah. Build her a house. Pay for the family. Fly for the kids. Yet men have all the power. Really. Men have all the power, yet we also have all the responsibility. So guess what that means? You want more of the responsibility? Well, take more of the power. Come up and open a door for me and call me whatever. I don't care about that. My point is, I don't even care if just acknowledge that men are great. Okay, that's the fucking biggest fucking problem is that men are not seen as amazing anymore. Men are just seen as like there. Like we're not even human half the time to most people, or not to a lot of people. Just like you see these people. That's why. A woman can assault a man, hit him on the head with in an elevator, beat on him as long as she wants to, scratch him with her nails, whatever. He touches her. Oh my God, he's a bastard.
Yeah.
Think about what that really means, what that really says about how people feel about men being abused. Just the fact that men are abused 50% of the time. Abuse is equal, dude. Abuse is not gendered, man.
Oh no, hell no.
Women abuse just like sexual. We've talked about this plenty of times. So the whole point is and the reason that these people are going the wrong way is that and I don't know if I'd call myself because I don't like to call myself anything because if I met someone cool, I'd be like, I'm not like fuck you, get away, you stupid evil fucking harpy bitches,
Right.
I'm not saying they are evil, but most people are just like I can't. But some people are, and that's the thing. Some and that's another problem is that some of these people, there's no question. The MGTOW men going their own way are hostile. But they're hostile and bitter and mean and hate women. Hate women.
But there's some women that are against this mindset too, man. There are you've talked about it on the show before.
Yeah. That
there's a movement of women that are actually like, fuck this. This is these people are speaking for us. These are our spokesmen.
Exactly. And that's the thing. They're not. That's the thing about most guys. See, guys don't necessarily need to always be in groups.
Yeah.
Girls. Women tend to always be in groups.
They
speak because it's hyper agency. It's hyper agency basically. It's communal. Men are tendency to be more individualized about certain things. It's not a fucking absolute, of course.
Right.
But there are tendencies for everyone.
What does that mean, dude?
What?
What's back there making all that?
Well, that was my text. My texting. I'm gonna go over hang out with my.
Oh, the crack. The crack. Yeah, the Kraken, man. You know, I half expected him to come on with you tonight. I don't know why.
No, I was thinking about having him call in, but we'll do that some other time, just because he's at my my dad's, and I got a little irk I can talk about tonight.
Okay, all right.
Not my dad's, but his dad's. But we got more to talk about. I think this is really interesting. And are we just gonna go through, or are we gonna get off at 8 or keep going?
Oh, we run a little longer if you want.
Yeah, we can maybe stretch it to like what? What time did you actually come in? 8:40?
7:45.
7:45. So maybe like 8:10, 8:15. We go to a commercial.
And then just roll out the rest of the show, probably, right?
Oh yeah, we can do it that way. Yeah, let's do it like that.
That probably makes sense. It's like 3 segments. Yeah. You know, that's the way. I'm an anal bastard that way, man. I'm cruise control.
Yeah, of course. Got to do it your way. It's got to be done.
Not necessarily done my way, but if you disagree that it's a decent way to do it, then tell me. But otherwise, fuck off, because I know it is. Because I'm fucking cruise control and I'm going my own way. I'm gonna go my way.
What was
God, actually, I'd have headphones on and hear that.
Yeah, I know. It went to my ears too, man. Can you believe that shit?
Good.
So, you said, I wish, you know what you should do, though, when we go to the break? Go to my Maxwell page, see that video that's been shared on my wall by Jerkman, and read I had a little debate with somebody, and I'd like you to see some of the comments that this person made.
Oh, geez. I'll see if I can get on there.
Yeah, just go to my Maxwell page and look on my wall. Shouldn't be too hard to find, man. And you'll find the debate I was having, And after a while, I was like, okay, bro. But anyway, you said you had a little irk?
Oh, I have a lot of irks. Well, not a lot of irks, but a little bit work about this one, definitely.
Okay.
See, I guess one of the irks. I'm looking at this.
Oh, the text? Oh, you're looking at my thing.
I'm looking at that thing. Is it with?
Yeah.
Some Davis dude or?
Yeah, that's him. Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I figured you could. Oh, I guess since we're on that.
Yeah, we're still talking about it, so
give him a second to process those, man. Yeah, there's been some there were some comments that were left, and I was kind of surprised, but whatever, everybody's got their own opinion, man. But
that God is a woman, or he has more feminine. Oh, see, this is the problem, man. It's not about being equal. If it were about, I didn't need to read all that. I know it's about it. The guy's like going to be like, women are awesome, and. We need them. Guys are not.
Well, you saw that he was saying that,
God is more feminine than women.
Yeah.
God is more feminine than men. Because feminine is good.
Well, there's something about, sometime we got to give the reins over. I don't know if you saw that comment yet.
It's not about giving the reins over, man. It's just about, that's the thing. Equality.
It's already equality. There's already equality.
It's pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
So there's no such thing as women making less than men. This isn't 1920 or whatever the fuck.
No, that's all bullshit. Yeah, so it's.
Although I know there were some shit. We've even had some people here in the station try to say that shit a few times, but we shot that down pretty quick.
Yeah, but it's. I guess the biggest problem with it, like I said, is it's not about equality. It's about power. So they want to divide and conquer, because it's the main thing about it is cultural Marxism. What they want to do is break up America, basically, break up society. And the way to do that is to have everyone divided against each other. And a great way to do that is to break up the family, because when families with 2 parents just are better off than one. Family with a father and a mother are better off than, and I don't know whatever you want to call, but if you want to debate the fucking who's the father and a mother and whatever relationships you have, but two parent households are way better because you have different perspectives.
Right. Well, you have dual income. Well, hopefully you have dual income. Shit. Now.
Well, no, or you have enough. As long as you have enough income to support, that's fine. Who cares?
Well,
as long as somebody is willing to take that role on as being the person who actually takes care of the kids, because that's the problem. Well, no, someone should be around the children all the time before they're 5, every fucking moment.
Yeah.
That's the whole fucking point of having a child, not throwing them into a goddamn box with 12 other kids while you go to your fucking 9-to-5 job to make the extra money so you can buy your goddamn shoes. No, that's the problem, is people don't think it's a priority, and it is. So you get, when you're around 12 other kids when you're 1 year old or 2, you are socialized by them, not by your parents. So they learn everything they learn from them, not from you. Because by the time you get home, but at the end of the day, you're fucking tired. You know, they've been at daycare all day. Mothers or fathers, whoever, one parent should be with that child for the first 3 or 4 years of their fucking life. All the fucking time.
And you see that there's some places of employment that have daycare too.
Yeah, fuck daycare. Daycare's a travesty, man. I mean, maybe it's great for and when you're a little older, 4 or 5, and they've already got, you know, like their shit like together, like as a person in some ways.
Right. It gives
but
you
to throw them in there when they're 1 and 2, just toss them around to different people all the time. That causes a lack of attachment.
Yeah.
I mean, but no one thinks about that. Because everybody's too busy fucking thinking about their careers. Because that's all we're oriented on is our fucking careers.
Yeah. Well, that's the shit that I was saying last week, too. Remember, Jerkman, when I was talking about people being stuck in these bullshit jobs?
Well, that's what they've caused and created.
Yeah, making money and getting this to the gym bear. You know?
Yeah. Well, it's like, well, instead of following what you may want to really do.
Busy. You can't have a society together. You can't have women and men hating each other, blacks and whites hating each other, everybody hating each other, and going and finding a common cause to go back against their true enemy. That's what they do.
Yeah, see, because here's the problem. When you allow it to be okay for one group to hate another for whatever reason, I don't care if it's they oppressed you last week. If you allow them to hate forever, it's going to be fucked up. And right now, white people are allowed to be hated.
Oh, yeah.
Simple as that. White men, especially, and men, are especially white men, are allowed to be hated. And that's the problem. Yeah. And it's not because of some like the option isn't to hate other people. The option is to just stop hating the one group. There's no privilege. I don't need to check my privilege. I don't have some unseen privilege. I'm walking around with some goddamn like halo of awesomeness around me. Like everything I touch, the ATM gives me 2 20s out when I ask for one. The black guy gets $10. Ha ha! I'm white. Doesn't happen. The white homeless guy standing in the corner is not magically better than the black guy in the business suit walking by him. Doesn't make any sense to that. So is he privileged there? Is the white guy, the homeless black guy laying on the bench, more privileged than the black guy who throws his newspaper on him?
Right. Right.
Think about that for a second. Not that simple, but it is for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Men bad, women good, white men bad, white bad, black good, or non-white good. And it's a victim mentality. It's designed. Like you said in the video, it's designed.
Yeah.
It's not something haphazard that just kind of happened. This is intentional.
Well, what you're seeing is the death of the heterosexual, man.
Well, you're seeing the death. Well, not the death of the heterosexual. You're seeing that they're trying to kill.
But if you're a gay man and you're chasing niggas or you're a chick and you're gay and you're a lesbian.
Oh, no. Gay men are the same. There's a lot of gay men who are also men's rights activists.
Well, but the thing is, it's like there's some. A lot of gaiety is like revered now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, yeah, because it's everything that's different is great. Just like being a fucking thinking you're a beaver is fantastic or whatever. I don't know, right. Whatever. There's a lot of things that are fine right now, which is debatable. But the point is that there should be no hate toward any group, regardless. Like even being called like cis white male, like this is almost that's almost a totally negative sounding word, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like the way that sounds.
Cis, you're a cis white male, and it's not because it's like you're a sissy. It's because you're a cis. And it's like you're a Sith. You're the Sith white male. You're straight and white. You straight white man. How dare you be with your privilege that you don't really think.
Now, I've heard that term a bunch of times. You've used it, whatever. And that is the, over masculine white male?
No, over transsexual. Transgender. So cis white male are the straight white males.
Oh, okay.
The straight hetero white males.
So it's
the straight males who, yeah. So whatever.
That's a negative name all of a sudden, huh?
Well, it's put in this thing that's negative. You wouldn't understand, you cis white male. You have privilege. Check your privilege.
That's right.
You've heard of that before, right? Check your privilege.
Check my. Wow, dude. Fucking.
That's actually a thing, dude.
I must be hanging out in the wrong place. I'm not hearing anything.
You're hanging out in the right places, man.
It's just like
staying away from that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You go on the internet, it's all over the place.
Ugh.
Check your privilege.
God,
everybody's got a beef with somebody, and everybody's got a victimhood status with somebody, and there's people literally come out with privilege lists of who has the most privilege out of all these different groups and who has the least privilege. And of course, at the top are straight white males; they have the most privilege. And at the bottom are disabled, fucking black, lesbian, transsexual, other kin women. I don't know, whatever. But there's a list of privilege.
I guess for me, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I probably should read that, but it would just piss me off, dude. It's one of those things that would just. But then again, I guess it could be material, wouldn't it?
See, even me, see, like people who have perfect vision, 20/20,
right?
They're higher on the privilege scale than I am, because I am obviously I'm lower on that scale because of my visual impairment.
Right, but aren't you still a cis white male? You know.
Yeah, but I'm visually impaired, so that knocks me down. See, I'm still higher than most, but I'm lower than like white males and maybe white women. I don't know though, because I am a male. I'm probably just like right below cis white male, because I can see. I'm still disabled in most people's eyes, legally blind. Like you'd be a little bit lower than me.
I was just gonna say you're more privileged than I am.
I am more
right?
privileged than you. Yes,
yeah.
I am. And I'm so sorry about that. I want to apologize up front.
Check your privilege, man.
It's not a thing about. And people are like, it's not about guilt. I'm like, yeah, it is. When you say that about somebody, it's about guilt. It's about making them feel bad or that they're worse, or they're morally on some lesser ground simply by being white and male and straight.
Like you need to apologize to everyone else. Apologize to minorities for your ethnicity or lack of disability or some shit.
It's pretty rampant, and it's not something It's these people that, like I said, they want to divide. That's why like the Democrats are notorious for it in a lot of ways. Not just pointing them out, but if you look at, like I've said this before, if you look at the Obama election and just the Democratic Party in general, they're made up of a shit ton of different special interest groups. Well, just a shit ton.
It's funny because
like blacks and gays and Latinos, all different groups, and Obama catered to each of them, promising them one or two things, and so they all voted for him. So that's why he won. Yeah. He didn't have to promise everybody anything. He promised their specific groups specific things for their specific grievances and whatever the hell they want. Not needs, just grievances. It's just what they thought they needed.
Oh, well, that's what it's in their mind. It's their need, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Same thing in their mind.
But that's the thing that like Shell used to say to me back in the day. Like when I would get pissed off at her just for not, seeing something my way, she'd say, "Well, I'm not going to apologize for having sight." And I'm thinking, well, I'm not asking you to apologize. I'm just asking you to see it from my perspective. That's all I'm asking for. So she'd take it the other way. She was one of those kind of people.
Oh yeah, and she'd take it the other way up full circle and start getting blamed. Whatever. Yeah,
it's the same thing.
I'm not going to apologize for my side either, and most
you
people
have to.
But
you should have to, and I'm not asking anyone
but
to.
But that's why it's hard. It's hard to, labeling people in groups constantly, like putting people in groups without after knowing them as individuals, keeping them in groups.
Yeah.
Then is the reason that shit happens, because you start thinking of them as one person, like a big fucking person, when they're actually a shit ton of people. Like that Gamergate. Gamers are all white male misogynistic bastards, and it's like, that's ridiculous. That's a stupid statement, but people fucking believe it because they want to put a label on something because it dehumanizes people. When you're a part of a group, it's dehumanization.
Right.
You're seen as a thing, as almost like an entity, like a monster, and not really as a person in that group.
Right.
That's why when someone gets fired for associating with a certain group, oh my God, you associate with that group, you should be fired. Why? They haven't done anything against the law and haven't hurt anybody. Then why? Because that group is terrible. Well, that's what the whole point of being in a free society is.
Yeah.
You might not think that group is terrible. A lot of people would say, I would love to fire that guy. He's an NRA I love any card-carrying NRA member should be fired from my job. If I knew who was, I'd fire them all right now. Redneck liberal. No, but yeah, seriously.
I was gonna say the accent was a little.
That was the point there. See, dude.
Aha. Good.
Yes. No, good. But yeah, it's fucked up. So, yeah.
Man, damn.
And that goes back to that whole thing with men, because when you pigeonhole a group, they're gonna get upset. Just like at some point, guys are gonna be like, "Fuck it, why should I bother?
Right?
Why should I keep trying? Because all it's doing is making me." That's why the suicide rate is 3 times more for men than it is for women. Because now people are like, "No, it's not. Women attempt suicide." I didn't say attempt. I said actually fucking went through with it. Actually pulled the trigger. Actually put the fucking hung themselves. It's much higher for men. Just like.
Do you think maybe it's the methods they're using? You know what I'm saying? Are a little more foolproof?
No. It's because they say, fuck this life. I'm not useful. Because we're always told we're supposed to be useful. Why don't you make yourself useful? Go over there and make yourself useful, Jeff. Or, Cruz. Max, go over there and peel some potatoes. Gosh, get out of the kitchen. Get away.
I don't know, man. I would never.
Boil some water.
I would never.
Why don't you go get a job and pay for some woman to have a baby and raise that child and then raise that family? If you can't do that, then you're not a man.
Did I tell you, man? I told Jerkman, but somebody tore into me on that experience. I wrote about my vasectomy, and this guy told me I'm not capable of being. This is a man, dude, that told me this. I'm not capable of being an adult, and I have no room to talk. And how can I be so, without emotion? And how can I not care for somebody? And it was pretty. I basically told him to fuck himself, but.
No, seriously, because some people, like I said, it's ingrained, man. It's ingrained in their head, just like the idea of circumcision. Think about the idea of circumcision for a bit.
Well,
cutting off the tip of somebody's dick.
Right. I mean, I think most of us are circumcised.
Yeah. Why?
And well, is it a health issue?
No, it's not supposed to be cut off, dude. It's a religious thing. Most people are circumcised because of religion. Now, let's say we had a religion in this country that allowed the piercing of the clitoris.
There are some of those
in America.
No, not in America, but in other countries they do.
Exactly. Okay, but in Western countries,
I don't think so. No.
So why is that allowed here for men but not for women? Why is it not an outcry that for religious reasons? And if there's a case a couple weeks ago, a kid who was like 3 years old didn't want to get circumcised, but his father was religious and demanded it, and his mother was like he doesn't want to, but his father's like he has to get his dick cut, so we're going to take him in to get his dick cut. Now that's not a big and the judge cited and said he has to have his dick cut. Wow. But that's circumcision. Circumcision is genital mutilation, dude. You're cutting off a piece of the penis. What else could it be? If it wasn't supposed to be there, it wouldn't be there. People say, "Oh, it's not. There's a lot less disease and it catches more." No.
Actually, it is it's a little little less cleaner. I know that.
Right, and sure. So that's why nature made it there. That's why nature has it there. So it's there to fucking get more infected. Yep, that's what happens.
I don't know, man.
That's what evolution does, man.
Jerkman, you got kids, boys.
Yeah.
And I mean, are they circumcised?
They might be, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that in terms of I'm just saying the overall idea.
For them, they did end up with some problems. They did get circumcised later on, but it was because they had a problem. It wasn't because it was just done automatically.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what. I'm not saying that's not my point. My point is not to get on to people for doing it. It's a broad picture of looking at the idea of circumcision, and it just puts another nail in the coffin of men being able to be mutilated, be fucked with.
Well, they do that to girls. They do that to girls in Africa. They take the clitoris off, and they have this big, huge campaign saying it's unrighteous, it's wrong, and
that's what I'm saying. No one gives a fuck about cutting off the dicks. They you touch a fucking vagina, you're in. That's think about that in a global sense overall. Think about that idea. Why is it okay for one and not the other? It's simply based on religion. If medical reasons, that's different. If it's medically proven that that's safer. I don't think it is, though. I've looked at a little reason. I haven't really that's not one of my big subjects because
I think there's something called phimosis, from what I understand. It's where you got to make sure you keep the foreskin clean, or it will get infected.
But it's not a guarantee. I mean, just because a baby's born with the foreskin doesn't mean they're going to have that. Now, later on, if a medical condition occurs, maybe so. You're born with your tonsils. If they get infected, you get them taken out. But not everybody's going to get this. So Cruz is right. It's an instant thing right away. It's not diseased at that point. There's no problem with it. They're just chopping it off.
Let's take it out of any medical context whatsoever at all. Let's just take it simply by the fact that people do this for their religions. Is that not true?
Yes,
I believe so. Yeah,
Jewish.
You believe?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, is it
circumcised?
Is it? Well, I'm circumcised, yeah, but I don't know. It might have just been I don't know if it was necessarily religious. It was
you're
more
Jewish, though, so.
No, remember, Judaism is a religion. Jewish is an ethnicity.
So Judaism and we both know. Jerkman and I can confirm it's pretty standard teaching. It's kind of funny that the Jew doesn't know what we both know.
Now that's the thing, though. Mine wasn't. I think for us it was just, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? It was almost a sheeple thing, like, let's get them circumcised.
Yeah, I think that's what most people are. But if you think about it, that people actually do it for religious purposes.
I don't think my mom was going, well, Jesus said, that we need to cut his fucking.
But you know something that they found that actually with a circumcision being a young child like that or a baby, the penis actually doesn't grow to its full potential at that point either. there's actually more skin that it can grow into, so the penis is actually smaller because of that.
Yeah, this is some research, some typing.
Like he's like typing that, baby.
Yeah, check it out, man.
We're ready to go to break.
We're going to go to break, so why don't you research that when we come back?
I will.
Tell us what you found, man.
We'll come back. I will.
Right on, bitches. We'll be right back.
Fuck you.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic, like you already know. Get him, Jay!
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th Anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and iTunes. Or just Google your boy Black Ice. That's Y-A-B-O-Y, Black Ice.
He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement.
Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hit on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip. lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some chouchi, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great. Just what I've always wanted. My own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your front. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you'll be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts.
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like. 25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot. Classic throwbacks, life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer.
Fuck that guy.
And DJ Jerkman.
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
Only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
STEM Radio. STEM Radio.
Oh, back, bitches.
Oh, hello.
Hello. What did you find out, man?
What I found out was that there may be benefits to circumcision.
Okay.
However, they say there may. However, I also found out that there's no medical reason for routine circumcision. The American Medical Association calls it non-therapeutic. At no time in its 75 years has the American Academy of Pediatrics ever recommended infant circumcision. Here's the most interesting thing for me, though, here.
Okay.
In 1981, 81% of boys were circumcised in 81. And you know what the thing is? There's that you would actually have better sex if you weren't circumcised, dude.
Yep, more sensitivity.
Yeah,
Really?
more
Would, huh?
It's supposed to be there, dude. There's a reason why it's there. It's called evolution. But here, more than 60% of all baby boys in the U.S. leave the hospital intact. As more and more people, and here's the one that's like number 7. Because most medically advanced nations do not circumcise baby boys. People in Europe, Asia, and Latin America are often appalled to hear that American doctors and hospitals remove part of a boy's penis shortly after birth. Approximately 75% of the men in the world are not circumcised and remain intact throughout their lives, which means they remain healthy and happy without any issues. Because I guarantee you, 75% of the population.
I'll play devil's advocate for a second here. Are these the same cultures that are doing the female circumcisions though?
No, dude. Read what I said, dude. Is Africa and Europe?
No, but you said which ones were you saying?
Asia and Latin America.
Asia, okay.
There might be some Asian Latin America, but they're appalled because they don't do that. There's no reason to.
Ah, okay.
There's no reason why it doesn't present any other diseases. It doesn't. It's a religious thing, man. It's cultural, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's
if you clean your penis regularly, like take a bath and shower and wash your cock off, then that's my doctor's name. Wash your cock off. Dr.
I'm Dr. Wash Your Cock Off. Yes.
Not Doctor Cut Your Cock Off, but Doctor Watch Your Cock Off. Dr. Cut Your Cock Off. Yeah.
Speaking of cutting your cock off, man, you had an irk you were going for.
Okay. So, my nephews are in town. We're chilling. We're hanging out, having a good time. We come in a little late. We're a little bit loud. You don't mean to be. Don't know how thin the walls are. So Saturday night, we get a guy come over. They were here since Thursday. He bangs on the door and goes, "You being loud, I'm going to file a complaint. I'm going to call the cops."
Wow.
So we're like, hey, we're sorry. We didn't realize we were being so loud. Because his bedroom was right against my brother's, but we weren't in the bedroom. We were in the living room, but the door is open to his bedroom, and it's the walls aren't really thick here.
So this is your brother's neighbor, not your neighbor. Per se.
Yeah, my brother's neighbor.
Okay.
My brother's neighbor. Anyway, so my brother gets a complaint notice on his door today from the.
Oh, this asshole actually went and did it, huh?
Yeah, he complained not from the police, but from the office, and it's like, you know what? We were there for a couple of days. We'd already been there a couple of days. We'd already been hanging out. If we were allowed the first night, come over, knock on the door, say something then, and then, okay, well, we won't be loud. And then it's done. And then we haven't been loud since because we don't disturb somebody. We just didn't realize that we were being loud. We're just laughing, we're not like playing loud music at 2 in the morning, but we're laughing, just like, being loud.
But all of a sudden, this guy just comes out of nowhere and starts threatening you with notices and shit.
Yeah.
Wow, the guy has no life.
So my brother, I don't think it'll be a big issue. My brother's gonna call.
It's not something he's doing all the time. He's got family in town.
She knows that, so she probably and he's been there a couple months, and he's just gonna call and say, hey, I just didn't realize that I was being loud. I didn't realize how thin the walls are, and we were being a little loud. I mean, I'm not gonna say we weren't, but we weren't like yelling or anything, but we were laughing,
Right.
And we just didn't realize that it carried that much. So once we did, we started make precautions and stuff like that. So it's just like, God damn it, like you don't even realize what you're doing sometimes. Like, I'm gonna put a complaint. Like if you just go, hey, you're being loud.
Yeah.
I understand. But if it's 3 nights in and then you're gonna get mad and act like, yeah, we're loud for 3 nights.
Well, you remember that asshole that used to live next door to me?
Yeah.
I mean, he made life hell for Mac Metro and I for a good couple months, man. With his threats and crazy shit. And he really took it to an extreme. I mean, that's the most extreme I've ever seen somebody take noise to, where he would threaten the shit. Did I tell you he told the apartment manager that he was going to go and he said it was against the law to put someone blind upstairs, and he was going to report that?
Against the law.
Where do they come up?
To put somebody blind. I love it.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't choose to have an upstairs. Like, you don't really probably enjoy having an upstairs apartment more than a downstairs apartment.
Right. Exactly. Shit.
Just less theft in an upstairs apartment.
Less bugs. A million reasons why I'd rather be upstairs than downstairs. But, the things he was pulling out of his ass was just insane. He said he was going to stand outside and tell people that were moving in the complex that this is a shitty place to live, and
Yeah, Judy's cool, so I don't think she's going to have a problem with it. I mean, it's not like it's been like multiple complaints. He got a complaint. It's like, all right, sorry, my nephew's in town. We didn't realize.
It's interesting that they had to follow through though with a paper complaint sticking.
Yeah, especially when we were quiet. And last night we didn't do anything last night. Like last night, I didn't even go hang out. I was just chilling, and so they weren't loud last night. So we obviously, after we were loud, we stopped being loud. And so if we stop being loud after you come over, unless it was somebody else that thought we were being loud, because it might have been the upstairs neighbor. Who knows?
Right.
We just didn't realize it.
Well, paper complaints piss me off anyway. Actually, dude, there was my downstairs neighbor, because it's all tenants and property management companies now, or landlords and shit. Individual people own those condos. Mm-hmm. And the guy downstairs, I guess, was a little late on his rent, and they stuck a thing on his door saying that he's delinquent on his rent, and it's like, damn, this is the first time he's gotten one of those, and it's kind of shitty. It just puts him on blast to the whole neighborhood. Like, look at this piece of shit. He's not paying his rent.
Mm-hmm.
So, and actually, somebody had told me that. That's how I knew that he had the thing on the door, because she was like, why does your neighbor have I think it's an eviction notice. I'm like, what? And then we read it, and she's like, oh, he's delinquent on his rent. And I'm like, oh, great. That's fucked up. You know, let's put this shit on the wall so everybody can see it. For all to see. But anyway, that was that, man. I got a little work irk, man.
All right, man, go for it.
This was today. Now, somebody new is. I think they're trying to transition somebody new into being my supervisor. Somebody who wasn't my supervisor before, and which is fine. I get along with her for the most part. Although sometimes we butt heads a little bit, but not bad. But it's just I'm a little more proactive, I think. And anyway, so she was
not the same one, right?
No. Oh no, not that person.
Okay.
No, not that person. I know the one you're thinking of, the chair.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not that one. But this is somebody else up there. And so today she was telling me that she goes, yeah, we're trying to measure your efforts of what you do when you go out and do these events and that type of thing. And she goes, and somebody called about you the other day. I said, oh, really? And they said you were very helpful. And I said, oh, yeah, well, what did they say? She said the guy's name, so I know the guy because I see him all the time. And apparently what he said is that, because she asked him, how was I helpful to him? And he says that I always remind him about the meetings that we go to. And she's like, and I said, well, okay, well, I mean, hey, I guess he was trying to do something nice. He was trying to call in a compliment. That's all. And she goes, yeah, but that doesn't really measure what you do. And it's kind of counterproductive to what, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, here comes some chronic, it's like
counterproductive. Hey, what is that? How is that? Doesn't measure what you do. You're a community out.
Yeah,
you do a lot of shit.
Right.
Sorry.
Well, the fact that I'm going out and I mean, obviously what I do is outreach related stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but the fact that the guy said that I tell him when the meetings are. I mean, big fucking deal. I mean, really, it shouldn't be. But she's like, yeah, that really doesn't help your case any or something. I forgot how she put it. Or it doesn't make you look.
Oh, you better watch out for this, dude.
Yeah, well,
you better watch out for this, man. I'm just because that kind of talk is like, well, we need to. From what we're seeing, your market value, your market share is kind of dwindling due to your lack of percentage productivity. We have a survey now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they've been talking about that too. They want to send surveys out to new people and that kind of thing, and find out how they heard about the program and all that kind of stuff. So, oh yeah, no, I'm definitely watching.
Yeah, I would definitely keep an eye on that because they're gonna be if it's gonna be a new buzz, if she's gonna be micromanaging you like that.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's kind of what it is, man. Before, we had a little more free reign, and now, and the Kraken, I'm sure can tell you more about, some of. It's not bad, but it's just like little shit sometimes, man. That or there was another thing, I don't want to say too much, but basically there was a piece of equipment that I thought would be helpful for me to have, and I asked my current supervisor, and she kind of pushed me over to this other person, and so, well, you and her work it out. So when I talked to her about it, she really didn't. She even talked to my counselor at Services for the Blind and said, well, he already uses a digital piece of equipment when he does his presentations. And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? And it turns out it's one of our machines that I show. I said, well, that's not, I'm talking about actually getting an iPad or some device like that to where I can demonstrate the downloadable stuff. You know what I'm saying? And really, I want to familiarize myself with that, because if I'm talking about it, I want to know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So apparently she told me that it wasn't in the budget because the nature of my job, they have to actually, my organization has to purchase this particular device.
Yeah, but we get the gist. They need all the money they can get, and they're scrimping. They're being stingy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, then check this out. So then what I told my counselor is, well, they don't want to get it for me, so can you guys get it for me personally? So at least this way, I have it personally. So I can fuck around with it on my own time, and it's my device now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once I shouldn't have done this, but I did tell this person, hey, I'm getting this iPad and whatever. And she was like, oh, I think you should just email and let everybody know that you are getting this device. And
why? It's none of your business. It has nothing to do with and it's not their business in a way.
Yeah, and it started a whole shitstorm, really. And then they were like, well, because now they feel like shit because they didn't purchase it for me, and then somebody could look at them later and go, ah.
Well, that's their fault for not being smart.
Well,
it's not your fault for trying to be proactive in you're trying to improve your life, and you might even love the thing. Like, oh damn, this thing's cool.
Yeah, well, that's it. I want to play around with this, and I want to know what the hell I'm talking
and
about.
If you don't like it, you at least have to be able to use the device to be able to show people how to use it.
Yeah, or to say it sucks, man. Don't bother using that. When you're downloading, just do this. Or whatever.
Or make whatever you want. Yeah, whatever makes simple for you. But you would need to know that, and then you could give it back. And that's the thing about whatever.
Yeah, it's the spend $5 to save one mentality. So yeah, that's just kind of, and like I said, it started this whole shit storm, and basically they were kind of well, we want to make sure that this is purchased for you, and what if there's no IT for this device and it breaks? And I'm just like, so what? What about when I was working from home for a month, using my own home computer and my own internet, for this job? If my home computer had a virus and took a shit, you gonna send your guys' IT out to fix my computer?
Mm-hmm.
So it's that same bullshit, man. It's just Yarly Darly bullshit.
It's total Yarly Darly, man.
Oh yeah,
complete.
Yeah. So you can't escape Yarly Darly, I guess is what I'm saying.
No, you can never escape Yarly Darly. Yarly Darly's a new one.
It's been what I've kind of been using for a while, but now I'm starting to throw it out.
Yarly
Darly. Oh no, Yarly.
What about Jimby? Where'd Jimby go? Jimby's a demographic we no longer need.
Oh, he's there. Jimby's there. There's Jimby. There's me, Dimby Darley, and the Harley Barrel.
Me, Dimby Darley, and the Harley Barrel. Yeah.
That's what it is. Me, Dimby Darley, and the Harley Barrel. He takes a shit into my mouth, and it's really gnarl. Some kind of shit.
You've had that song. Is it Barley Gnarly?
Well, there's Yarly Darley. And then it's, I think one day when I got really, I said, me, Dimby Darley, and the Yarly Barrel.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm.
By the way, I've heard about all of your teams. You've got a new person who make your characters. Man.
Yes, we got characters now, man.
Yeah, you got like a bunch of them, different ones. Yeah, then there's. Did
he tell you about Shadow Fro?
Shadow Fro. I also like the. Hi, today we're going to talk about on the show. We're going to talk about our live.
The whitewash.
Yeah, the two guys who always start crying at the end of their shows. Their lives suck and they hate their lives.
Well, they don't really cry, but they're very they live shitty lives, and they're just like, well, Jim, I think today would be a great day. They really don't say what's on their mind, but it's eating them up inside.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to start crying, but they can't, man, because it wouldn't be heterosexual or Christian to cry like.
To start crying, yeah, that's a weakness. It's not manly to cry, even though you just want to bawl your eyes out.
Yeah, exactly. And then did he tell you about fucking my personal favorite is what was his name? Something Flintlock. So and so Flintlock and Arnold. Oh God, I can't remember the guy's last name. I can't remember the name, but they're two Copranicons, and Flintlock has he's married, but basically he has a housekeeper lady named Lupita.
Yo, yep.
Hey, Lupita, come here and suck this dick.
No. Yeah, yeah. He told me about. We were walking around in a store too. I'm walking around in Albertsons. And he was talking. I'm like, what, dude?
I've trained him well.
Yeah, you guys. He's like, I don't care.
Yep.
You guys are like a new team, man.
We are, man.
He told me all about these different things, different words you guys have, and.
Oh yeah. Which, by the way, you tell him I've got a little tile for him.
Yeah, he told me about a tile. Yeah, tile. You got some tile.
Tile. It's great, dude. I love it because we have these words. We can talk shit about people.
Yeah.
And they don't even know we're talking shit about them.
No, they just think, oh, they're just talking. Or maybe it's a blind code word for slow down or something. I don't know.
Which is funny. Those people are so stupid and caught up in their own bullshit that it's sometimes to their own detriments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're not paying attention. They don't realize when they're being mocked.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
we'll sit at events and we'll start acting out shit.
You're just bored, huh?
Oh yeah, nobody's coming up to the table, and we're just like, come here, Lupita, you bitch,
He says he can't wait for both of us. We're gonna get on the show sometime, definitely.
I'd love for you guys,
Yeah, we'll do that, man. My schedule's changing up. I'm getting my schedule. I'm dealing with people now.
I just told him I hope he doesn't lock up when he comes in here, man. He doesn't do a macho sauce.
Nah. He'll be. It's just us. I mean, there's nothing else to be locked up about. I mean,
I know, but
there's equipment around. Yeah, but that's all there is. So don't worry about it.
I've seen people freaking.
Oh yeah, macho sauce. A couple other people.
Macho sauce. Well, like my handyman that came in at one time.
Oh yeah.
Usually he runs his mouth about everything, but fuck, he gets behind that microphone and instant pacifier.
I don't think that'd be a problem. So
yeah,
I don't honestly.
Not for him. Yeah, for him, seems like he'll be able to.
I have a little story about one of my co-workers here.
Oh, okay, a worker. Huh?
Co-worker. Yeah. Worker. So whatever. She okay. So we're doing these nest, and I hate this shit we're doing right now. Basically, what we're doing right now is we're listening to everybody takes a call, and all of our people in our class. These are real calls, live calls. Okay. All our people in our class are in a chat listening to the call. And one person takes the call, and everybody else tries to help them through the call. All right? I fucking hate it because I'm like, don't do that, and I can't really tell them like they're going down the wrong path because I'm like, stop, you're doing no.
You know what? It's like somebody talking to you while you're on. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, when you're on the phone and somebody's telling you what to say.
I don't mind it when I'm on the phone because I'll ask questions and get the answers. But when I'm just listening to these other calls, I'm like, oh my god. And there's this one girl, and she did a great job on the call. Don't get this guy named Tyrone was all upset about not being able to get on his Xbox to put, his machine to play a game. And so she's walking through the process, but she's like, all right, you're doing a great job. High five. And I'm just like, 51-year-old man.
Condescending, very condescending.
Oh my god, so condescending. Like I would talk to him. She was changing, and the guy dug. He was digging the whole conversation. So it wasn't like just my personal style is completely opposite of that. Yeah. Like I would never be like, all right, you're doing fantastic. Don't worry, you're doing great. You know what? Just press that button. There you go.
You know what it is? It's because she's a chick. If it was a dude doing that to him, I'm sure the reaction would be a lot different.
He'd be like, fuck you, motherfucker. What? Fuck you talking to me, man? I know no 5-year-old boy, you motherfucker.
Yeah, or just high five? What do you mean high five,
High five, man. I'll punch you in the fucking face with my full fist.
I'll hit you with my 4-5, nigga.
My full 5. My full flat of 5.
Man.
My 45 is my fist.
And it goes like this.
It goes like this, and you can't resist, and I will insist, and you will assist. Help me with this, bitch.
Yep. So.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah. It's
So it's just like you hear these calls, and it's just kind of torture right now. I'm just like, oh god, because some of them are doing all right, and some of the calls, I feel bad for them because some of them are easy. And some of them are like, like this one guy was like yelling at his kid in the background, like, God damn it, you motherfucker! Why did you charge us on my card? And the kid's like, fuck you! I want you to call this goddamn. I want you to talk to them and get this fucking taken care of. And the kid's like, I'm not talking to shit.
Oh, so it's a teenager that he's fighting with back there?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dude, that's the way it is though. That's the problem I'm gonna be dealing with. It's one thing. It's gonna be interesting, but man, I am gonna be dealing with some spoilt fucking kids, man.
Oh, I'm sure you will be.
And parents who are like, I did that with the other place, the cell phone company, where it's like, my kids are using that data. They are not using that data. No, they are not. They are not. I told them to turn that off, and I told them to. So this is some computer mistake on your part. It's like, no, your kids are just using it because they don't respect you. Because, well, how do I do this? If you turn this off, well, my kid will get upset if I do that. Well.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's the parent who wants to be liked.
It's not even more than that. Yeah, the parent who's afraid of their kids. Because he should be afraid of their kids these days. The kids can tell on them and fucking get them arrested.
Actually, what was that shit you saw me share something recently, right? About how these little crack baby zombies need their asses whooped or whatever.
No, I don't know. I'm on Facebook, but I'm not. Like that one song you sent me a song, right?
Oh yeah, I posted something, dude. It's
whoa. It's dark again. I've sent that to you, dude.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, dude.
Pretty sure I did, man.
I don't remember getting that, man. Because I heard that on digital cable like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, this is the shit.
Yeah. Whoa, it's dark again. Yeah. I sent that a year or so. Goldfield. Yeah, Goldfield.
Yeah. Oh wow, I don't remember.
Also, check out the new Fits and the Tantrums, dude.
Oh, there's a new Fits. What's their song?
Fool's Gold.
Oh, that's my shit. I got that.
There's another one that's
Out of My League. That's another good one. Yeah. No,
they're the good, man.
They
so.
got some.
Let's not talk.
Hey, we don't get enough time to talk, man. You know
what? We don't. And that's gonna change. But the only thing is, I have no minutes on my phone because I haven't been able to re-up, dude. I'm like, dude, I'm living off, dude.
Hey, we got Skizzle, man. We always can Skype.
Dude, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true. And I have unlimited talk and text for like $8 every 3 months on Skype.
Oh shit!
Any phone in the country, basically unlimited.
Well, and the cool thing is, somebody might, if I get good enough with the iPad, I get this. Somebody wants to sell me her iPhone, so I might.
Okay. Have you been learning? Wait, have you been turning the tide for the fucking Apple? I hate Apple, by the way.
Well, I would rather. I mean, I would prefer an Android, but I don't think there's not a lot of. For unfortunately, the blindo thing is like the iPhone.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they're pushing everybody towards. That's blind.
Well, we should look into that. But why do you need a smartphone, anyways, though?
Well, it would be kind of good to be able to speak my texts. I would like to be able to do that. Mainly just texting would be easier for me. And I'm not looking for all these cutesy things to do. I just, it might be kind of fun if I'm sitting there bored to be able to get on Facebook or something, or just do some shit. So
yeah, that's true, but that's I don't know. Well, that'd be interesting to find a phone that can do a lot of speech to talk stuff. Like I guess iPhone can. I guess you can do a lot of.
I mean, they do these blindos. They swear by this damn iPhone. I mean, I don't know. When I had one, I thought it was
they also get into groups and go skydive off the stratosphere in the middle of the day at 35 years old. So.
Right? Yeah. No, I know.
Coming in a fucking yellow bus with school district on the side of it.
Well, even some of them, the employed ones, they really suck.
I know. They're awesome and amazing, and no, they're okay. I have a smartphone, a basic one, and I use it sometimes to surf the web. I don't use it that much. I mainly use it to text now. I don't even call it. I text all the time. So
yeah, well, texting is great. I mean, text.
Yeah, I'm a texting motherfucker. So
it's harder it's a little more cumbersome for me to text because I'm using the number pad, but and I'm doing the A B C D E F, which everybody. I love when people say to me, they have phones where you could speak your texts, and I'm like, oh nigga, really? I didn't know that.
Well, maybe there is a basic phone where you can do that too. You just have to find it. So
yeah, well, I'm sure there may even be an upgrade of the one I got. I don't know. But I know Jerkman over there's been like, you better get over to smartphones and fucking touch technology.
That's because Jerkman's a sheeple, man. He's gonna follow anybody, or he'll follow any new technology.
I'm telling you, flip phones are not gonna be around soon.
No, they aren't gonna be around soon. But if you still have one, they're not gonna turn them off, stop using them. They're still gonna use this.
But eventually, it's gonna break down. He's gonna have to learn this shit.
Eventually, there's gonna be a goddamn chip in your head where you just think it, and this text goes out to somebody, or you actually telepathically fucking link with your brains.
Well, they can just use it in his eye space. He doesn't have them anyhow. Doesn't use them. So put two chips in there.
Seriously, chips make them sparkle and have flashing lights on the outside.
Oh, I got a funny story.
Sparkle all silver. Call him.
I got a funny story to tell you, man.
Call him Maxwell Silver. Hold on.
This is it's kind of funny. So Dave, my bug guy, comes over, and he usually comes early in the morning. Like between 6:30 and 7. Because my ride comes at 7:30. I keep telling, I'm like, hey man, you got to get there before 7:30. That way you can, do your little spray and inspecting and all that shit, and get going or whatever. So there's been a few times he's showing up where I'm just getting out of the shower, just getting dressed, that kind of bullshit. And so just as I was writing him his check, we hear my bus outside. I'm like, oh fuck, there's my bus. And so I said to him, I was like, hey man, when you go outside and go down there, can you tell him I'm almost dressed and get ready to come down? And then we both thought about it. We're like, oh, wait. That's going to sound faggish as hell and look faggish as hell.
6:37 in the morning, that's going to look.
And some dude comes out of my apartment. He's almost dressed.
Almost dressed. Oh, boy, he was a little sweaty, but we took care of that.
I got him showered. I washed him there.
I got him debugged. Yeah, I sprayed him. He's all sprayed. He's like you said. He's all sprayed. There's nothing. I didn't find anything there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find some dead ones, and the driver's like, what, dead ones? Yeah, sometimes there's some dead ones in there. I have to scrape them off.
Then I installed some climb ups.
Yeah, installed some climb ups, and dude, his sheets. Wow, underneath those, it's a world under there. Let me tell you something about that.
A lot of blood on those sheets.
A lot of blood. I had to install heaters once in a while, man. It blew. It was crazy. It was.
Yeah, just those funny things, man, that you don't, everything now can be construed so gay. You know what I'm saying?
Or just sexually, anything. Like, yeah, I sprayed her house. Yeah, I sprayed her.
It kind of goes back to our thing with the, when you're doing that CD for me, we had the door closed.
Shit. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh.
I hear laughter in the rain.
But you were like, no, that's not good.
Well, then when I realized it, I was like, oh, shit. That was like this, same kind of thing. Like, yeah, just go down and tell her that I'm almost ready. Oh, wait, it doesn't sound good, man.
And you come down and you're all, walking all stiff like the blind man you are.
Yeah, and smelling fresh.
Smelling fresh.
You're like, oh.
Smelling fresh and salty at the same time, like a sea. It's like a sea coast.
After that man spent the night, man, I'll tell you what.
I'm ready for the day. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny. So there was something. Who was it? Oh, by the way, Darren was saying, he was like, man, you better be ready at 9, man. He was all because we got to go pick somebody else up. I get to hear about his marriage or whatever the fuck it is.
Is this like one of those like, hey, we're buddies now?
No, all the drivers are my buddies, man. They all tell me their shit. all the ITN drivers have gotten close to me, man.
You just let them talk. You're just like blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear their stories. Some of them. So it's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know, man.
You're just like a teacher, man. People just like to listen to you.
They like to talk to me. They like to tell me a lot of shit that they wouldn't tell other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I get that too. I get people just telling me shit, and I'm like, oh.
They just open right the fuck up to you, and you're just like, damn, okay. So, shit, man. How much time we got here?
Oh, cut just like a minute or two. I don't know.
We're almost done, huh? Well, damn, nigga. Shit, I was gonna get a little introspective, holiday, man, and start asking you, but I guess we're getting down to that end.
Start asking me about the end of the year, about this year, about what?
End of the year, and do you have any thoughts? Do you have any?
This year was fucking terrible, and I'm glad it's gonna end soon.
So you're happy the year's over?
2014 was a nightmare, man. Fuck this year.
See, for me, it's been half and half, man. I can't really just put
this year
anything
sucked
on
ass. And most of the problem about it is it's sucked ass because it's been mostly my fault.
Well, hey, man, it's a learning experience. Maybe 2015 will be better, man.
Yep.
We'll pass. So.
Yep, it's got to be better, man. Anything's got to be better. But yeah, the end of the year's coming, and it just goes by so fast.
Yeah.
And then you just get older, and you just realize that you're just getting older, and it's like every time it's falling away, and the end is just like there.
Yeah.
And you can't see it yet, or but you just know it's coming.
It's kind of fucked up too, man. Do you ever think about your parents? Like, damn, there's gonna be a point that they're gonna be getting like. For instance,
of course, yeah.
I went with Sluggo last night, and I think his mom has some beginning dementia.
Oh shit!
Just she's different, man. I kind of was briefed a little bit, but yeah, just the way she kind of behaves. I mean, it's not bad, but you can see
it's enough to tell the difference.
Yeah, you can see the beginnings, man, of just kind of like you can tell she tries to engage. Like she almost feels like people aren't engaging her enough. So and like his dad had to sort of look at the menu for her and like kind of decide for her what she was gonna eat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, dude, that's some scary shit. I'm always afraid, like, oh, that day's coming, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you loud and clear, dude.
And
it's but that's a great note to end the show on.
Yeah, think about your parents.
We're all gonna get to mention time
and the holidays and everything. Yeah, holidays. What about your parents getting ready to die? When they
thank God I'm on a second story.
I am, goddammit. But that's okay. I got a guy that comes over every so often, and
the trees are hung with bells and cruisy. La 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 la. He is hanging from the noosey. La 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 la.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, people are like, you don't have a Christmas tree. I'm like, no, I don't fucking want a Christmas tree.
Why would you want a Christmas tree? Let's put something else in my room that has sharp, pointy shit on it that smells and dries up and needs lights and shit.
So it's something nice to look at when
Why
it gets
would you
home.
have a Christmas?
Yeah,
People
like
are
I want to look at
stupid.
some shit. Yeah,
You're stupid, man.
yeah, that is some dumb shit. Really, unless you have kids, it's pointless. You know, I think.
Yeah, or if you're just the type who likes to decorate, it's fine too. But if you don't, then why would you?
Yeah, well, for me, it would be it's more of a pain in the ass. You know, you have to schlep that fucking thing up the stairs.
Well, and
set it up.
It's not like you're going to sit there and look at it and admire the fucking thing.
And be like,
so,
oh, wow, look at
what are you going to do? Run up and touch it?
Yeah.
Run your
There's my tree.
There's the tree.
Come home and go, oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, you cause my pecker to stiffen. Oh, Christmas tree, last year's needles felt different.
Oh, Christmas tree, it's now the end of the shit that irks me.
It's been fun, everybody. It really has. It's been a blast. It's been a blast.
It has, man. Just go your own way. Do your own thing. Be your own person.
Yep, that's what I say.
Groupthink is the bad thing. Don't groupthink. You're not
Think
part
on
of
your
a group.
own.
And
You do have a
please,
mind for your own.
As a public service announcement, please have your kids spayed or neutered.
Yeah, good idea. That works.
Just have your kids circumcised.
Shit, yeah. Hey, well, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Cruise Control.
I'm GJ, been spayed and neutered Jerkman.
And that's
the
story there, bitches.
Fuck you.